Here we are, part 4, Spokane. At least after this, the game will speed up a bit. Spokane, the biggest city in Washington State, now that Seattle's nothing but a Now that Seattle's nothing but a radiated hole in the ground. That grammar screwed me up. It should be irradiated, but alright. There's a working government base here, but they've shut their doors to survivors. Instead, they bully everyone to paying taxes, which they spend on their own personal defense, powerful defenses. Yep, that sounds right. Okay, Sarah, it's been 2 years into the zombie apocalypse. Nobody would be giving a shit about paper money if society had collapsed and been destroyed, like you're allegedly claiming they have been. Even if there was a functioning, like, government enclave, like, yes, later on we figure out this isn't literally the US government, we learn that, and it's more like one delusional asshole controlling a whole bunch of US soldiers, but still, paying taxes? Spend on? To fucking who? Gustav? Because he's the only fucking trader in this entire game. He seems to be the only trader in all of Washington and Canada. And taxes? Like what? Do they just take food from them and just give that to Gustav in exchange for weapons? I don't know. I can't read a single line of dialogue in this entire game without stopping and pointing out how stupid it is. Okay. Oh look, there's government right away. Might as well go say hi to him. Yeah, you go here, you go here. I'll go here, you... Yeah. Wait, is there an A12 around here? Nope, which means no cricket bat, which means we are screwed. Okay. The government. As the world fell apart, the government did what it did best, took care of itself. The military was recalled to protect its strategic leaders, and the rest were left to fend for themselves. Now it seems some of them have come back and are trying to retake Spokane from their heavily fortified military compound. This time, they aren't even trying to keep up pretense of being here to help the common man, they're only out for themselves. We should probably see if they're willing to talk before they label us as enemies. Now, what would you gather from this? Like, actually, what would you gather from this? Because this doesn't really tell me anything at all. And yeah, this right here is their leader. I think they said it was Senator Davis. Something like that. Yeah. Weird thing about Senator Davis here, in the beta version of this game, yeah, there was a fucking beta. In the beta version of this game, Senator Davis was a younger man. Sarah, for some reason, decided to make him 20 years older, and also make him a woman. Not really sure why you would even need to do that. Like, I'm just genuinely curious, like, okay, you already made the character, why'd you gender bend them and make them older? I mean, I guess, like, you can make the argument for older since they're, you know, a senator and whatnot. Maybe it's a parody of the fact that in politics we constantly elect these people to be leaders for, like, 40, 50, 60 years. I don't know. Also, they said senator, but they're dressed like a general. Oh, well. Oh, well. Is it still? No, yeah, we can get that one now. Alright. Scavenge that. I don't care. My right eye is really irritated today. Very, very irritated. Oh, man. So, my perception's not going to be the best here. Because for some reason my right eye keeps watering. I've come to the decision that with this, I'm not really going to talk all that much unless either A, I have something to talk about, or B, something stupid comes up. Like, you know, like, well, to be honest, that's going to happen pretty frequently. Just to save myself the breath, I guess. And I guess it's just more entertaining for me. Although I doubt it's more entertaining for you. It'd probably be way less entertaining, wouldn't it be? Survivor. Yeah. Builder? Oh, we're not going to need that very long. No building tools. Nice. Feels good. Pet store, not that it matters. We're not even going to get this done, are we? I'm never going to get the fucking good ending, am I? Just because Monkey Blood never wants to be cooperative with me. I love RNG-based good endings. Ah, my freaking eye. Like, my right eye has just been, like, insanely watery all day for some reason. I know I already said that, but, like, it's just, it's irritating me. Over here, I guess. Okay. Small earthquake gave Spokane a shake yesterday. We're all okay, but a suburb in the government fort was badly damaged. They're asking help putting it back together. Seems that most people are too busy putting it in. I guess their walls didn't fare that well either. Send over builder because it's free. Okay. I can't keep my right eye open. I don't know what the hell I did to it. Rob him. Always rob him. Never has a downside. For one reason or another. Bonus. Oh wait, right. Really telling I'm more used to having program rep all the time, huh? Get to that when we get to it. I guess construction. Alright, Cooper, what do you got for me? Tools expert. Not that it's gonna matter for too much longer. Redecorator. Yeah, there you go. Vitals. Actually, yeah. More efficient zombie killing. Let's see. What's more needed here? I guess this one. Why not? Never eaten anybody. Crafter. Bookworm. Both get in there. Guess I'll just claim that. Should be getting to something at least somewhat interesting soon-ish. Zombie kills squad, nice. Also, I don't see any 812s, do you? I certainly don't. Faster crafting. Fertilizer, here we go. Confront him because I don't care. Okay, at least for once it actually shows the father this time. At least this one makes sense. Haven't you been... I don't know. I don't know. Just start recruiting, I guess. Okay. Increased. Ah, fuck. Insult the government? Yeah, fuck those guys. And of course, more builders on the map where it's going to become irrelevant. You'll see what I mean. Pickaxe, there you go. Let's see, what do we need? A hospital. Yeah. thank you. Another one already? Take them both. And of course we keep getting useless jobs here. Of course, why would we get soldiers? Why would we ever get that? Preacher, why not? Yeah, there you go. Another builder, because, you know, you can never have too many of those, especially in the map where it's going to become irrelevant. Alright. Claim that. Nice. See, now we have so many builders that we don't have room to... They don't have the stuff needed to... We don't have enough soldiers clearing this out, so like most of the builders are going to be idle now a lot of the time. Preacher brother, who became devout? Cooper did. Nice. Alright, more fertilizer, that's good. Signpost, because why not? Very odd spawn location, honestly. Never had to get the government fort, like, basically circle me like this. This is interesting, I guess. Not really. Nothing about this game's interesting. Oh, we better take that one, actually. Strange sightings, here we go. We caught a sight of some figures moving around one of the subway entrances nearby. They looked kind of slow and sick, but didn't move like the zombies. They've disappeared when they saw us, and we didn't have much luck finding out more. They've surrounded the entrance with a maze of old junk and warning signs. We can investigate further, or maybe just avoid that area. You know, this kind of reminds me, Rebuild 2, there was a filter option, and if you disabled it, characters would swear a lot. I only just now realized, I don't think they ever swear in this game. Nothing above anything, you know, minor like damn it or hell. Yeah, I don't think they ever say fuck or shit in this one like they do in Rebuild 2. I wonder why. Anyway, send him over there. You'll get to meet the best faction in the game. But that's not a very high bar. In fact, that bar is on the ground. Eventually. Spray and pray. Oh, whoops. Track survivors, yes. Here we go. I was picking my way through the rubble at the subway entrance when there was a click at my back, and a voice said, "If you're looking for trouble, friend, I'll accommodate you." I turned around slowly and nearly crapped myself. It was a zombie pointing a revolver at me and grinning. "Hold on there, partner," he said in an obvious fake John Wayne drawl. "This here's our spread. You're trespassing on it." He was dressed the part in a trench coat and cowboy hat. A talking frickin' zombie in a cowboy hat. Wait in stunned silence. Other zombies started shambling up around us, but they weren't attacking, just kind of watching us in this crazy Clint Eastwood wannabe. It's kind of weird you'd go back and forth there, but okay. "They call us the Rotten." He tipped his head with his pistol. "My name's Jesse. We won't be wronged, we won't be insulted, we won't be laid a hand on. We don't do these things to other people, and we require the same from them. Now get off our land." He gestured at me with his gun. I was getting nervous about the gathering ghouls when one of them who'd come up from behind suddenly laid a hand on my shoulder. Start shooting, talk to him, leave peacefully. I'll do my critique after the final one here. Try to talk to him. They were wary of us, but some told their stories. They'd been bitten by regular Zed, got the fever and fell asleep for what they thought would be the last time, then woke up. They were dead, yet still themselves. Mostly. Some of these creatures are pretty brain damaged. Their speech is slurred, they move sluggishly, they're easily confused. Jesse's clearly a few horses short of a rodeo, and they're prone to mood swings. One of them nearly bit my head off, literally, when I called him a zombie. I'm not comfortable with these, whatever they are, living so close to us, but we have no choice. but we may have no choice. So this here is the Rotten. Probably the best, most well-written faction in the game, and that is not a fucking compliment. That is the lowest bar known to mankind. Anywho, the concept of someone being infected with a zombie virus whilst retaining their cognitive minds is actually a genuinely interesting prospect that I don't think comes up very often. Because usually in zombie media, you either have people who are not infected, people who are infected, or in Left 4 Dead's case, people who are carriers who might as well just not be infected at all. But here, you have something that's very, very interesting. It's like a more visual representation, like with what am I trying to say here? It's like a carrier, but instead of showing no symptoms, you only show the physical, like, you know, visual symptoms without anything else that's really severe. It's a very interesting idea that the game doesn't take very seriously because Jesse here is the leader and he just has to be a cowboy wannabe because why not? Because you can't have anything serious in this game. This game's not meant to be serious, no. Everything has to be wacky, silly, and stupid 24/7 all of the time unless Sarah demands it. Bad writing, very bad writing. This is the faction that had the most potential, the absolute most potential, and they just kind of fucked with it. They are the good guys, though. You literally need to side with them in order to get the good ending, which is mildly ridiculous. You think this is ridiculous? Just wait until you see the requirements for the good ending. Anyway, carry on, I guess. MacGyver. The decorator. Okay. Yeah. Man, I'm tired. Just started and I'm already tired. Finally, a frickin' soldier. About time. Get a flamethrower. Soldier, because we need that more than anything else. Yeah, there we go. How's that situation? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. When I ever played, school bus just went tearing down the main street. Not sure why they were going so fast, but they hit the pile of corpses, they really went flying. Okay, so it's the same one as earlier. I don't understand why this event has to happen every single game. Like, every single one. Like, you can't not have this happen, which is very annoying. Very, very annoying. I don't know why, but whatever. Alright, new day. Well, more like new week. I know for you that's only been like 2 seconds, but for me I haven't picked this game up in like 5 days, so gonna be a little disorientated. Ah well. On the bright side, after this, the game speeds up a decent bit. Oh yeah, we can... Oh wait, no, we gotta wait. Never mind. Girl, you've been pregnant for like 4 in-game levels. Have the baby or don't. It's funny how their pregnancy, like, trimester thing, like, resets if you leave too early. Alright, what are you? That'll be a departing factor. Soldier? We do need a soldier, sure. You pair up with him. You know, I find it funny how, like, that thing says, oh, he's my friend, da-da-da, but if you actually bring them both, they don't know each other. Nice, Sarah. Very nice. think you have to talk to the government first. Gotta emphasize that think part. Oh, right. Fast recovery, how fitting. Zed reaching through the cracks in our wall at the time, but this one was different. He smiled. He winked, and his arm wasn't trying to grab my neck. It was cupped upwards, begging. Help old two-arm Reginald out, would you, son? He wheezed. He was one of the rotten, green decaying flesh, missing teeth, terrible breath, and I noticed the arm he was begging with wasn't even attached to his body. He was holding it with his other hand. Give him an ammo. That's what you gotta do. He retracted his severed hand, eyed the prize. Shiny bits of death, he murmured approvingly. He rolled the bullets around, mumbling and caressing them. Seemed to have completely forgotten I was there, but I guess he's happy. Okay. Okay, Sarah. Okay. Redecorator. Oh, wait. I mean, you're a builder, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. It don't matter. None of this matters. There we go. I just finished negotiations with Senator Davis and was leaving her office as two soldiers wheeled a live zombie past on a gurney. The creature fought against the straps holding its own, grotesquely sawing them into its own skin. An older woman in a lab coat followed them. She gave a tired smile and stopped to consult her clipboard. As the zombie rolled away, I could have sworn it snarled something in English. Something like, damn dirty apes. Yeah, real fucking adorable, Sarah. Really adorable. You're cringe. It doesn't matter which one you do here. Anyway, the woman introduced herself as Dr. White. When I asked about the Zed, she perked up, saying, "It's fascinating. It's virtually a new species. These ones seem almost..." Before Senator Davis stepped in between us. Classified information, Dr. White said, not something ever so since he know. To avoid any further distractions, the Senator ordered a soldier to escort us out. Funny enough, Dr. White here is one of the very few people who have a portrait in this game. Very, very few. Unique look. And she never appears again after this. Yes, spoiler alert, I assume she dies? I don't know. Game doesn't say. But she never shows up again, is never referred to ever again. So, yeah, Sarah, I bet you're really happy you drew this character and wrote this. Instead of just saying some generic doctor. And that you wouldn't even have to have done work for it either. Now that I think about it. You wouldn't even have done the work for it. She just chose to make it harder for herself. So why not? Oh well. Oh, right. Okay. Go here. Get some ammo. Soldiers, we always need more of them. Firearms. Firearms. Do you go and meet with them first? No, I think you have to wait for them to come to you. Yeah. Better Zed defense. Not much happening now, huh? I hate this song. We were on the way home from a mission over near the government base when I caught sight of a head peering at us from behind a wall. Between the sunken eyes, patchy hair, and missing jaw, it looked distinctively unfriendly. However, when we raised our weapons, instead of running at us teeth first like your usual said, it turned and bolted down a side street. We ran after it, but even with its limp, the thing was surprisingly fast. We lost sight of it after it darted into a nearby McNoodles. I followed it in, but after slipping on an old takeout container, I found I needed a minute just to lie on the floor and watch the broken ceiling fan turn slowly in the breeze. Okay. Then a shadow stepped over me and reached out a hand to help me up. Hi, said the zombie slowly. I'm Two Arms Reginald. Turns out he wasn't a zombie, but a member of the Rotten. He had managed to catch a disease and live, sort of. His skin was coming off in patches, and his jaw was mostly missing, though he did indeed have 2 arms. One of them had fallen off and was tied to his side. Thought you were with the government, he said. They're out to get us. Ask Jesse. Jesse will tell you. Let the odd fellow go. Funny enough, that event can happen before you've even met these guys. Yeah, it can happen before, so, you know, consistency be damned, I guess. Whoa. There you go. Ah, builder. Guess we totally don't have enough of those. Gotta love the super quiet ambience, huh? Nobody. Nobody! Can now build City Hall, that's good. When we met with Jesse, he told us the story of a young girl who had been bitten and locked in a closet by her parents who didn't have the heart to kill her. Jesse found her 3 weeks later, terrified, half mad but alive. The disease changes us, he said, but our hearts still thump and our heads still think, well, mostly. So it's an insult to my kin that someone's been snatching us rotten, taking folks away, young and old. Care to wager who's doing it? Bullseye, said Jesse. Rotten are tougher than a $2 steak, and the government experimenting on us to find out why. Last fellow they picked up was our engineer, Chucklin' Chuck. He had plans to secure the subway and stop the government raids for good, but they snagged him before he got started. Jesse's offering a reward for Chuck's safe return, but he warned that the government wouldn't take lightly to interference, especially if they thought we were working with them. That's when you just show up, talk about it, and come back, talk about it, do a quick mission, go back, talk about it, and then come back, and then you're done. It's kind of nonsense. Yeah, honestly, this level would be really fast despite the fact that it's a gigantic level. Like, it would be really fast if it wasn't for the extra faction out here that's only here to fill up time. What faction is that, you may ask? You'll find out, unfortunately. Sadly, you will find out. This is awkward. During our meal the other day, she asked if we'd seen any strange zombies who could talk and use tools. She must be in the run, who say the government has been kidnapping and experimenting on them. This is our chance to find out what happened to Chucklin' Chuck, or we can help the government by telling what we already know about the Run's foreign leader. Ask about Chuck. Gave a sour look when I mentioned it. Chapter 3, Article 8b of the UN Charter states individuals infected by zombieism, come on buddy, are no longer classified as human and retain no rights or privileges as such. Tried to press the matter, but she shut me down with words like classified, confidential, restricted. I guess we're not going to get anything from her. We tracked down Dr. White, who seemed to know something about the zombies being held here. Oh my, yes, she gushed. We're making wonderful progress in our experiments with the rotten. They don't need to eat, their cutaneous receptors no longer react to pain or heat, yet they still score well on the Hopkins manual dexterity test. It's as if their bodies have bonded with the virus rather than been taken over by it. If we could practice a similar state in soldiers, they'd be far more effective in combat. Would that really be a top priority in a world where the government has collapsed? Like, I know we don't know it yet, but, like, it's later revealed this isn't even the actual government. It's literally just Senator Davis and a bunch of fucking dumbass soldiers that she brainwashed into thinking that the government was still alive somewhere and she was getting orders. But in reality, she's just bullshitting to keep power. Which, again, would that even be a top priority during the zombie apocalypse? Whatever. With their consent, of course. What soldier wouldn't be proud to risk our lives for the state after everything we've been through? We are offering them increased... You know, it's always bold of people to say that when... Yeah, whatever. We're offering them increased strength, immunity to pain, the ability to take a bullet and keep going. We just need to iron out the kinks first, such as the rotting flesh. They do smell quite awful. Oh, him. It's a shame that one so bright-eyed and intelligent has to be subject to our tests, but by the UN Charter, he's no longer considered human. Unless Chapter 3, Article 8c states the infected entities may regain rights if they can articulate that they are a citizen of a UN country and provide documentation of it. We can still talk well enough, but doesn't have any ID on him. Maybe someone throw out fork. This is so stupid. This is so retarded. Do I even need to say anything? Like, actually, do I even need to say anything? This is so stupid. Oh, this is so stupid. This is so mind-meltingly stupid. I'm not even gonna say anything. I think it should be well. I think it should just be obvious how mind-numbingly stupid that is. Oh, that doesn't count. Damn. There they are. Okay, let's see. It doesn't matter, we're getting out of here almost immediately. So I guess whatever will make that other faction happy. We are Did I just say we are Republic? It didn't even give us I shouldn't have skipped through that. That's all it said, just Republic. No extra caveats. Interesting. Man, I miss the music of Rebuild 2. Rebuild 2 had so much better music. There we go. Yep, here they are. You know how urban schools have those solid iron rod fences for keeping students in? Seems they're also good for keeping out Zed. Yeah, sure. We got word that St. Michael's School for Boys is still holding out against the hordes, having sturdy gates, tight passage, and blah blah fucking blah. Yeah, you know how there was a whole ass storyline last game where these guys got wiped out and assimilated into the looties? You remember that? Yeah, well, they're just back. They're just here now. And they don't contribute anything to the plot. They're gonna show up like 2 or 3 more times, and every time they're just there. No plot explanation, no story significance, they're just there. Sarah, was this fucking necessary? Just why? Why? It was beyond brain dead and fucking stupid for these guys to even exist in the first place. But now you're gonna say, oh yeah, they just are now moving across Washington to Canada, despite allegedly being a bunch of school children who are, you know, only in a school in lore, even though their fort is bigger than the school, as you can see right there. Just you know, that's totally logical. Yeah, that's very logical. That's definitely normal. Yeah. Consistency be fucking damned, I guess. Fuck consistency. Who needs consistency? Good story? Nah, we don't need that around here. So dumb. So fucking dumb. Here we go. Well, beaming like a rented mule. That's simple. All we need to do is find some sort of identification papers for old Chuck, then they'll have to let him go. Not that most of these folk carry ID anymore, but Chuck, he was a local. He had a place here in Spokane. Might find his papers there, if anywhere. Okay. This is so stupid. This is so unbelievably stupid. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Yeah. Oh, I didn't read that, my bad. Oh well. Not that it was anything important. Yeah, whatever, pal. Go back later, because it doesn't matter. Here we go. She was not amused when we stormed in with his passport and demand he has the rights to reinstated as of blah blah blah. She was still in furious denial when there was a knock at the door. Dr. White led in a green screen man neck leash. Now, Chuck, can you tell them what you've been telling me? She asked. Chuck snatched his passport from me and declared in a clear voice that he was a legal citizen of this state and had the right to his freedom. The sender was nonplussed. Okay. But she finally agreed to let Chuck go, despite the fact that his passport had expired years ago and was no longer legal identification. It seems she considered the political ramifications of fighting both us and the Run over this and decided some test subjects aren't worth starting a war over. Chuck thanked us and gave Dr. White a kiss on the cheek, which made her cringe, then blush furiously. Okay. Then you're supposed to go back there, but it's too soon, because, you know, sure. Because game balance. Yeah. And now we just wait. We just wait, and then wait again, and then keep waiting. Talk with Rufus. Oh, I don't want to. Sure. You see, they fucking exile people when they're 14, yet the leader over here is 15 or 16. I don't remember what they said. I think they said 15? I don't know. Really stupid. Really retreaded. Just very... And they don't even give, like, a hypocrite... They don't even try to, like, paint, like, Rufus as a hypocrite or anything like that. Like, the point was to try to paint him as a hypocrite by having it be like, oh yeah, we exile everyone when they're 14, oh, but I'm 15, but I'm special and I get to stay, you know? Like, they don't even do anything with that. They just roll with it and are like, also, notice how the kid doesn't look anything at all like this adult version now that he's grown up? Notice that? Yeah. Very funny. There we go. The scout rushed in while we were sneaking in a hurried rush. The report had happened. Oh. Oh. That's a different one. Here we go. The Ron's fort was eerily quiet when we arrived. I was wondering where everyone had gone when we heard a terrible grinding and squeaking metal. An enormous army tank rounded the street corner, and then another. The only time I had to think was, oh no, the government, when the first tank stopped and Jesse popped his head out. He tipped his hat to us. Howdy, friends. Pleasant day to take down the government, don't you reckon? He made gunning motions with his fingers. Boom, kaboom. Better, we took it over. He explained that Chuck had learned the layout of the government's base during his time there and led an attack force in through a maintenance shaft to take the place down from the inside. Most of the government ran when they saw that they had lost, and now they Run controlled the territory. Jesse nodded. You bet your boots we had to. That sender. She wouldn't quit until she had her army of Ron's super soldiers. It's too bad she hightailed it out of there. Yeah, she just got away. Probably off to bureaucrat some other town half to death. Listen, we owe you for your part in this rodeo. Chuck be willing to hang his boots at your fort for a while if you could make it use of an engineer with a little rot on his skin. Absolutely, rotten or broken in this game. The other's a little nervous to have the Run living with us, but as his nickname implies, Chuck does have a good sense of humor. He'll warm up to him. Where is them? There he is. Alright, let's just finish this up. Here we go. Oh, bookworm. That's actually good for him. Handyman, crafter... I guess crafter. And what's the third one we get here? Redecorator. Ugh. Bad. But whatever. Yeah, funny thing about Chuck here. Despite having a unique name and being part of the plot here, this is actually not a unique look. This is, like, generic Rotten members will always look like this, or like, one of these other skinny guys. So yeah, he doesn't even get a unique look. He's not good enough for that, I guess. Interesting, huh? Do we have a school? We do not. Someone build a school. Meanwhile, we're gonna get to scavenging. while we wait for that to cool down, I'm gonna see if I can find a cricket bat. No reason not to, you know. We should be getting that event thing anytime now. Anytime now. Oh wait, can we still do this? Can we still do that mission? Leave it alone. Cutter! Alright. Yeah, good enough. Where's the... oh, yeah, still building, okay. Here we go. I can't imagine living out my days in a filthy subway, hiding from people who want to hunt me down and cut up my brain. Nope, not the way I imagine my old age happening. Back before the end of the world zombieism nonsense, I had other plans. When I got on in years, I was going to... retirement, hobo, die, manage a real estate empire, there we go. It was just a dream, but I imagined myself as a real estate developer, closing big deals to turn parking lots into office buildings. I'd have other people do the real work, of course, but I go down on the site once a month and tell everyone to work smarter, not harder, and then also tell them to work harder. I guess I can apply some of that ethos to my leadership in Spokane. Everybody, get back to work! This is a really broken skill, because it just makes it so builders become obsolete. The only thing builders are good for now is chopping trees, because with this, everyone can just reclaim, and I do mean everyone. It's pretty broken. It really speeds up the game a lot, which is good. This plus programmer we'll get later on. It'll, ooh man, it absolutely breaks the game in half. Okay, now that that's done. It's just broken, man. It's just broken. I ain't complaining though. 5 minutes in, that's fine. Apologize. Oh wait, we got it maxed out. We can leave. Nice. One last big batch of scavenging, I guess, and just praying. And then we'll, also I want to see if this still works. Like, normally you can't do missions if you've aligned with them, so we'll find out how this one works. I'm pretty sure it'll just say, oh, we're already aligned, and then nothing happens. That's what I'd imagine, anyway. Yeah. Track survivors. Use the fire station. Might as well just make them all farmers, no reason not to. Isn't there like a plague thing going on? Yeah, there is, okay. That explains it. Beat the shit out of them. Go tell Jesse. This guy's our best soldier, right? Pretty sure he is, yeah. Yeah. Nope, we can't turn it in. That's a shame. That is a shame. Order. Brave. Why not? Okay. Probably nothing. Oh, there's my kitten. Hi Roxy, what are you doing? Do not jump up here, please. Please don't. Please don't. Okay, if you're gonna jump, I'm gonna move everything out of the way so you don't knock anything over. Oh wait, you're not Roxy, you're Shiloh. My bad. I have twin kittens. You can only really tell them apart because Shiloh's got an adorable stripe on her head. Okay. Suggest alliance. And while we're doing the alliance thing, I'm just gonna scavenge around. Pray I can find a cricket bat. Luckily, after this, the game massively speeds up, just because of real estate developer. That alone massively speeds up the game. Big time. Wow, you know, I just realized this blood and ice cream, look at that, day 49, actually could have gotten it if I had a fucking A12, but I don't. Amazing. Actually amazing. Oh yeah, that's another RNG-based thing. It can screw you over, because it's like you want to reclaim the building, so that way you can get the event for that, right? But then the game's like, nah, April Fools, buddy, one of your survivors has redecorator, so they got rid of the A12. The fact that RNG can screw you in this RNG-dependent good ending is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Do we have it yet? Still no. This sucks. All this scavenging. Nothing to show for it either. Natural disaster, who cares? Okay, here we go. Alright, well, let's just gather our best units here. Let's see. Oh yeah, we do have her as a builder. Where even is she? Right there. I mean, obviously you're not going to need any of this anymore, so I guess someone else gets to come with us instead. How exciting. Who should it be? Probably a soldier, realistically, right? Yeah. Give a hunting rifle. Who's the second best soldier? I guess that's who we'll take. Alex here? Okay. Coward. Coward! Alright. Where are you? Right there? Yeah, you're coming with me. Okay, that's everyone, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Take up to 4 others with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I always gotta triple check. Because if you don't like triple check and you end up having one more person than you should, the game's just like, alright, fuck you, and just takes one of them out by random. Can't be the leader though, for obvious reasons, because, you know, important to the story, you see. Alright. Taller, wider, stronger. Modern wall construction technology. We piled a bunch more junk on there and added some pointy sticks. Nice. Talk to everyone. I don't care actually. Alright, let's leave. Leave! Diane, I guess you'd call that a revolution. The government was out of control, abusing its power and serving itself instead of the citizens it's supposed to protect. Now that our people are in charge, this city is once again safe for everyone, not just the politicians and their personal army. A few of us are moving on to the next town up north to Canada. The government still patrols the border, so we have to sneak our way across through the Rocky Mountain foothills. I hear the government has bases up in Canada too, something about Manifest Destiny. Anyway, I hope there's fewer Zed up there. Sarah, don't even try to pull that string. You don't even know what Manifest Destiny is. There's the stuff that doesn't matter. And there we go. I mean, should I keep going? Because the next town is Trail. Trail is basically just filler, honestly. All things considered, Trail is actually just filler. Because it's like, I don't even know what Trail is supposed to teach the player. I genuinely don't. It's super tiny, it's done and over with in like 15 minutes, and there's one faction there who's not even important to the story until the next town. So I don't know what Sarah was trying to do here, but I guess that'll be a rant for that one. Check out that one in Part 5.